opportunity that is. Marcinho ran into space, the flag stayed down, it was mighty close. Ramos treading water, but in the end it's a poor attempt at a finish. He's missed the target by a long way, Marcinho. 5 goals this season, he's better than that. Let off for Paris Saint-Germain. Should be 1-0 to, well, I was going to say the home team, not their home stadium. Play at the Kawasaki Todoroki Stadium. That's threaded forward beautifully. Chances now at either end. Mbappe that time thwarted by Ryong Sung-young. Made it look so easy, and Kawasaki carved open there. Game just starting to warm up here. PSG finding their rhythm ominously. Hakimi. Mbappe went over a bit easily there. Don't think he had too much of a case. Chanatip. Now Sasaki. Creating that chance has given Kawasaki Frontale some real confidence. That nearly worked out, and then the follow-up tipped over by Donnarumma. Chances coming thick and fast now. Initial clearance there by Kimpembe, and it's sat up nicely. It's Daya Tono to take the corner. 30 degrees here, warm and humid. In from Tono, nudged down, might have gone anywhere, held by Donnarumma. Kimpembe. Now Vitinha. Oh, look at the skill there from Messi. There's Neymar. Bounces off Hakimi and behind. Great little drag turn there from Lionel Messi. Starting to paint some more convincing pictures here. This is Marcinho once again. Damião available. It's gone in behind him, and Tono couldn't quite get there. Vitinha recovered things well. Marquinhos chasing back. But look at the threat here from Marcinho. Again, he got clear. Chasing back. But look at the threat here from Marcinho. Again, he got clear. It was Vitinha who got back to fill in the space. Could Tono have just been a bit more positive there, a bit more proactive? I don't think he knew that Vitinha was there. Time anyway for a cooling break here, halfway through the first half. The conditions of heat and humidity, as I said, are pretty brutal, so this makes absolute sense, particularly for a Paris Saint-Germain side just finding fitness. Here's a few little sparkling moments from the superstars. Not at their best, not at their fittest, but still capable of these flashes of real brilliance. Where will their best take them, though? They're the questions that will be asked. Right, we're ready to resume now at the National Stadium. Opened in 2019, it was entirely rebuilt. Completed in 4 years, give or take, and really is a fantastic venue. Vitinha. Ianaga. Kimpembe across again to deal with the situation. He continues to be linked with a move to Chelsea potentially. It's always interesting, particularly in France, because the season tends to start that little bit earlier. It doesn't this year because of the World Cup, but of course while these pre-season games, these tours are going on, there's all kinds of intrigue still surrounding certain players. Deals potentially still to be done. A few saying hello, a few reacquainting themselves, and one or two doubtless saying goodbye. Marquinhos. Route 1 looking for Mbappe there. Now Tono. Here's Sasaki. Big chance through Marcinho, Kawasaki Frontale. They might be on the wrong end of one here, but standing up strong there was Jeziel, who's looked like he's cruised through this game so far, and his recovery from injury. Ianaga, oh, great idea. Damião was making the run. 23 goals last season for Leandro Damião, the top scorer in the J-League. 4th year at the club, the former Internacional and Flamengo player. As I mentioned, for a period he was making noise as being the great interplay to create the space for Kylian Mbappe. Terrific save, and again you won't see great interplay to create the space for Kylian Mbappe. Terrific save, and again you won't see too many better double saves than that. The first clawed away with the right hand, the second brilliantly see it from that angle, but that's fantastic goalkeeping from the Korean. He's got to flick onto that to take it around the post. Damião helped him out from the subsequent corner. In terms of double saves, though, that's as good as it gets. Tested on either side at different heights and equal to it all. Here's Mbappe. Neymar. Marquinhos has stepped forward to get involved, as he often does. Now Messi. Little shoulder dips that we get used to seeing with him. Heavy touch there from Damião. Now Kylian Mbappe. Here's Vitinha. Now Lionel Messi. Another sweet turn from him, and he keeps driving. Calmly away by Jeziel. Surprisingly goalless still here between Paris Saint-Germain and Kawasaki Frontale. Both sides with chances. Noborizzato running it clear there. There's Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. That year on loan at Wolverhampton Wanderers, Vitinha, newly arrived from Porto. He's the base from which the superstars can play. Him and Idrissa Gana Gueye. Of course, there is that feeling there, trying to rebuild that midfield, and in fact Marco Verratti will have rather different company when the season starts. The strong links with Renato Sanchez from Lille, with Kefren Turam from Nice, players that Galtier knows well. Here's Lionel Messi. Now Mbappe to try and pick out Messi. Cool as you like, but off the line. It was mighty close to being over the line, I tell you, but he just managed to stretch it away. The assistant was well placed. And again from Mbappe for Achraf Hakimi to tee it up for Messi, and this time they have their goal. A swing of the right foot, a deflection and in, and Paris Saint-Germain in front. Well, denied once, denied a few times, but Hakimi laid it back. Messi had a swing with his right, and it came off. Noborizato, where was the shot going? Oh, it's on target. Goalkeeper, having made two excellent saves, is unfortunate. There's really nothing he can do, and if his defender doesn't get involved, he almost certainly saves it. But there's the first goal of this Paris Saint-Germain pre-season tour of Japan, scored by Lionel Messi with a fair slice of luck, and he'll be the first to admit that. He'd still be annoyed that he didn't force it over the line with the earlier chance, because that would have been a really nice, clever finish. The one that did lead to the goal was just a bit of a swinger. It was helped by an almighty deflection. Sasaki, now Dayatono. Yanaga. Bit of a wrestling match developing there, and Nuno Mendes penalised. You can see what he thought of that. Across to take it is Tono. Well, it's gone deep. It's all cleverly planned. Have they got it right? They very nearly did. Donnarumma with the save. Closing in was Marcinho, but couldn't get there in time. Very well executed free kick, and it's a good save that through a crowd of legs. Neymar. Vitinha. Oh, Neymar, brilliant. And then Messi's touch for Nuno Mendes. Mbappe went for a fancy flick of his own there. Now Mbappe can seize upon the loose ball. Good challenge. Sliding across the block, and then just felt that left leg. Jeziel in from Mbappe, looking for the flick was Marquinhos, and arriving late was Sergio Ramos. The tricks are all coming out, the entertainers here, Paris Saint-Germain. Ramos just not quite able to react in time. It came to him too late. Drissagana Gay. Players forward here. Kawasaki Frontale. Marcinho felt he had his Shirt held a bit there, I think. Referee was unimpressed. Here's Mbappe. Kimpembe. Daiya Tono. Now Ian Aga. Sai Sasaki. Damiao is frustrated. Just that lack of quality from an apologetic. Neymar. Hakimi. Neymar. There's Kylian Mbappe for Lionel Messi. And Mbappe, and that's blocked by Jeziel, just stood his ground. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. There's Kimpembe. They work the space here for Nuno Mendes, and that's threaded through for Mbappe. We'll have a little bit of added time at the end of the first half, won't we, because of the cooling break, I'm sure. Messi with the only goal of the game. And a long way from a typical Messi goal. Right-footed and deflected. Here he is, Messi. Now it's Mbappe. It's come extremely close. Nuno Mendes. Just managed to work space where there didn't seem to be any. Mbappe. You know there are going to be changes, but Paris Saint-Germain almost promising when they play in fixtures like this at a stadium like this that the really big stars are going to give them a half at least. Whether we see Neymar and Mbappe and Messi start the second half, well, we'll have to see. Got plenty of quality on the bench. Mauro Icardi would be one. Callum Wendo might be on his way to Leeds, would be another. We'll see anyway. Kawasaki Frontale just trying to strike back at the end of the first half. They've got ability in front of goal. They've created a couple of chances. One excellent one for Marcinho. Now here comes the break with Neymar and Mbappe, and Messi's there on the other side. Neymar waited and waited to find Messi. And Messi is trying to do something spectacular and special, isn't he? I think in a league game, Champions League game, he'd have just moved that onto his left and tried to fire it into the bottom corner. He's trying to score that special goal. Of course, for all that it's a friendly match, albeit against decent, tuned-up opposition, Paris Saint-Germain would love to go through this Japan tour and make it a win here, a win against Urawa Reds, and then Gamba Osaka, and 3 wins out of 3 is a great start. Build towards the season. No one makes anything of pre-season form until it's bad, and then everyone starts talking about you. There comes Nuno Mendes. It's going to be a goal kick. Just a question as we head into the final 30 seconds of this first half. How many minutes will be added on? Yanaga. Now Daia Tono. Just a minute to be added. Well, I think that Toru Onuki and his Kawasaki Frontale side could take plenty from this half. They certainly done enough to trouble Paris Saint-Germain. They should have scored through Marcinho. One very well-worked set piece nearly led to a goal. Donnarumma called into action a few times. It's still there for them, particularly as Paris Saint-Germain maybe start to fade in the second half. Game's a long way from one for Galtier's team here. There's Neymar, clearly off the pace just a little bit. That will just about do it then for the first half, unless there's time for a final chance. There isn't, because there is the half-time whistle. A very generous round of applause from a capacity crowd here at the National Stadium in Tokyo. Lionel Messi with the only goal of the game. His effort deflected in past the excellent Sung Rong-jung. Mbappe denied twice by the brilliant Korean goalkeeper. Paris Saint-Germain could be further in front. Kawasaki Frontale could have got on the score sheet themselves. Could be an interesting second half. Half-time though, PSG 1, Kawasaki Frontale 0.
It's 3-on-3, the best part of hockey. Don't miss 3 Ice on CBS Sports Network.
We have to tell everyone that we just switched to Verizon's new Welcome Unlimited plan for just $30.
I've already told everyone.
Wait, did you say Verizon for just $30?
It's their best unlimited price ever.
$30? That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's from the most reliable 5G network in America.
For $30 a line, I'm switching now.
Yeah, it's easy. You can keep your phone, and Verizon helps you with the cost to switch.
Oh, wow. I gotta let my buddies know.
We're already here.
The network you want, the price you love.
or less active. So yeah, so about 150. But I can tell you once the PSG Frontale was announced, we had a lot of different people in the practice, right? We accepted them, and of course, because, you know, I'm not sure always when we give this application, we usually ask them to write the motivation letter of 200 words. Why you like PSG, what is PSG, and what you know, and then from there.
Messi. Headed away by Yamamura. It's not right. I'm sure we'll see him at some point, though. Giallo. Sloppily there, Paris Saint-Germain. They're certainly getting used to these changes. Here's Marcinho, has stayed out there maybe significantly. Sarabia for Vitinha. Referee allows that to go on. Seco hits it. Donnarumma makes a really good save. But he's furious at those in front of him to allow this run. What a difference Tatsuki Seco makes. Pretty sure Donnarumma did get a finger on this. Let's have a look. Yeah, just going inside the post and he flicks it around it. He's only made 4 substitute appearances this season, Tatsuki Seco, but he's looked a good player here in the first 9 minutes of this second half. He's going to take the corner. Well directed, and it's nudged wide when it could so easily have been deflected in. Marcinho leading the charge at the near post here. It was his touch. That's now 2 good opportunities for him. Further changes to come here for Kawasaki Frontale. Just saw Ten Miyagi come on there. Yu Kobayashi. Marcinho is going to make way. Some of these younger players now. Renji Matsui, 22-year-old, yet to make a senior league appearance. He's coming on now. It's going to take a lot of recalibration out on the field with so many changes. Toru Oniki getting some fresh legs out there. Joao Schmidt, Brazilian, replacing Chanatip, the Thai player. Marquinhos determined always to play their way out of trouble. Paris Saint-Germain tends to work for them. There's Kalimwendo to loft in the cross that Sarabia volleys over. Great play though from Arnaud Kalimwendo. Really good bit of hustle this from him. Confirmation of those other changes. Noburizzato off and Ianaga as well. Take a while for everyone to settle in, I suspect, here. There's Kobayashi, now Matsui. Forward by Donnarumma. Really good burst of pace here from Ebimbe. Now it's Lionel Messi. Juan Bernat always gets there. Messi in support for Juan Bernat to roll it in for Ebimbe to fire home. Kalimwendo got in front of him. And Paris Saint-Germain make it 2-0. Outstanding build-up play. Really sweet movement. See this, Ebimbe at the far post. Kalimwendo checked his run to the near. And then Bernat firing it in. And Kalimwendo turning it home. And Paris Saint-Germain lead by 2-0. Took them a while to make the second half adjustments. That's what he can always do, Kalimwendo. He's an excellent runner, but he's a really good finisher too, and he got himself into the right place there. Marquinhos. Back with Gigio Donnarumma. That was always a dangerous looking pass, and they've given it away in a dangerous looking area. Foot was high there. Sergio Ramos just had a long look there at the referee. Full of energy all of a sudden here, Paris Saint-Germain. Here's Messi, still out there, still enjoying it now. Ebimbe. Final half hour. Sasaki was trying to con the referee there. Fired in by Messi, glanced on, and Marquinhos' head had not turned home. Triple change now for Paris Saint-Germain. Sergio Rico is going to replace Donnarumma. 13 Ligue 1 starts in all for Sergio Rico. He's on loan at Mallorca last season. Now we are going to see Icardi, as well as Thilo Kehrer, Warren Zaire-Emery, and indeed Danilo Pereira. Many were surprised that Danilo was even named in the party for the tour. Vitinha withdrawn. Messi as well, the scorer of that opening goal. And Ramos, you can see, making his way off along with Marquinhos, so it's a complete change now, isn't it? As we would have expected. Excellent there from João Schmidt, the Brazilian. Paris Saint-Germain are hungry here for more goals. That was a miss hit though from Kalimuendo. Touch from Zaire Emery, a talented young midfielder from that PSG youth side, holding midfield player. So hard though to break into the first team. They've got such a good youth team, but goodness me, it's very, very difficult to move forward at PSG. That's why you often hear PSG B players linked with others and then doing very well at other clubs. Most recent example of that, someone like Adil Aouchiche at Saint-Etienne. That wasn't necessarily the best move for him. He was excellent at the Tournoi Maurice Revello, helped France to win that in the end. Good summer of success for France in youth football, winning that Tournoi Maurice Revello, and then European under-17s. They were beaten in the semi-final of the European under-19s by Israel. Outstanding Israel side, who then lost to England in the final. Danilo. Now Thilo Kehrer. Sarabia, who at his best can be devastatingly good in the final third. He wanted it played back towards him. Won by Danilo. Now Zaire Emery. Mentioned at the start that Ugo Ekitike, the new arrival from Reims, will be joining the party, and I believe will take part in at least one of the other games, but still finding his feet after signing a 5-year contract. The talk earlier in the summer was that he was on his way to Newcastle. In fact, the talk for much of the year so far, but in the end, Paris Saint-Germain have decided that he's the one for them. He's going to do well to get into the team. Yeah, Bernat just held off there by Renji Matsui. Great opportunity for these less experienced Kawasaki Frontale players like Matsui to get a chance in a game of this magnitude. He'd previously played Asian Champions League and Emperor's Cup, but not in the J-League. Sarabia to try and thread it through. He does so superbly well. Good stop from the goalkeeper, Ibimbe. There's Idrissa Gueye. The players who began the game, Idrissa Gueye is the only one who's still out there. terms of Paris Saint-Germain players, Sasaki and the goalkeeper Seung Rong-jung remain out there. Icardi's barely had a kick so far. This was Sarabia for Icardi. It was going wide. Goalkeeper makes the block, but wasn't Icardi's cleverest attempted finish. You think of Icardi, full flight in his days with Inter Milan. He felt like he was the best around. Here are the goals so far. Messi with the deflected strike. And then this Banat for Kalimuendo. Might be a farewell goal from him. Young on the left in the shape of Vitinha, and older on the right. Messi, Verratti was there alongside him, not in the matchday squad here, but very much on the tour. 378 games in all competitions for Paris Saint-Germain as we have the second half cooling break here. Thought it was an interesting interview with Marco Verratti, celebrating his 10 years at Paris Saint-Germain after he moved from Pescara, his hometown in Italy. And he said he ultimately wants to become a French citizen. His children were born in France, and he feels it would be appropriate eventually for him to become a French citizen. He loves the country, loves Paris. I don't think we should read anything into that in terms of playing for Italy. I think he's got unfinished business there. 49 caps for his country, but it was a very honest and rather heartfelt interview, I thought. Here's Ten Miyagi. Seko. Icardi. Paris Saint-Germain now in complete control of this as we head for the final 20. Even with the whole host of changes, although remember that Kawasaki Frontale have done likewise in terms of changes. They've always maintained that measure of control. The big moment really was that miss at 1-0 from Kei Shinen. He should have scored. How he should have scored. And right at the start of the second half, for me, that makes a big difference if he slots that. It's going to be fascinating to see Christophe Galtier's Paris Saint-Germain and where he can take them. It would strike a blow for his kind of coach everywhere. Remember, 9 seasons at Saint-Etienne, fighting and battling and dragging them to where he could, and then success with Lille and move to Nice. And now the biggest job in France by a million miles, and one of the very biggest in the world, and it's his. The former Marseille player, over 100 games for Marseille, coaching Paris Saint-Germain. Fired across by Matsui. Is Sasaki. by Jung. In some story, the Kawasaki Frontale story, they were seen as the bridesmaids of the J-League, 3 times runners-up before they won it. In 2017, when they beat Kashima, they got past them on the final day. Kashima slipped up and they took full advantage. Here's Kozuka to replace Sasaki, who finally gets a rest. Midfielder in his 2nd season at the club, 15 league appearances in 2 years for Kozuka. You can see that Sasaki's a real diamond for his coach. This is his 1st year in the first team, the youngster. And it's a big feather in his cap that his coach kept him on here longer than anyone. Kalimwendo. Zaire Emery. Crowd have been terrific here. Fantastic attendance. Kawasaki Frontale just at the National Stadium. Of course, they'd love to see Kawasaki Frontale goal. There's big following for Paris Saint-Germain in Japan. There's plenty of PSG fans here. Still lift the atmosphere if the J-League team could grab a goal. Kalimwendo, little look up from Icardi, tried to float that over the goalkeeper, never looked particularly convincing. Wanted a free kick there, Kawasaki Frontale, but I think just got enough of the ball. Giallo. I think Sarabia loved that challenge. Just making a point there to Kozuka. Caught again there, and he didn't like that one either. Now things might open up though. Sarabia for Icardi. Support from Abimbe, and it's diverted onto the post. Would have been an own goal. Bernat then trying to tee things up. Still very much a work in progress, and of course Galtier is fully aware that there are players in this Paris Saint-Germain side that he won't be working with going forward, not here anyway. Not at this club, but still learning about everyone. Here's Kurumaya. He's wearing the captain's armband now. Just can't quite get in behind. Good stretch from Kera. Here's Icardi. Now this could be the moment if the ball's good enough. It just wasn't quite. It was in behind. It needed to be into the stride. Kera. Danilo. Next then for Paris Saint-Germain will be Urawa Reds at the Saitama Stadium before they play Gamba Osaka. This has been a good start for them. Kalimwendo slightly fortunate to have a clean sheet here. I think on another day Kawasaki Frontale would have scored. They had two massive chances. I'm sure that Urawa Reds that have watched with interest. What a scalp it would be, even in pre-season for one of these J-League teams. They'd love that, particularly if the others failed. Job done for today for Sergio Ramos and Kylian Mbappe, and for that man Messi and Vitinha in behind him. Final 10 minutes at the National Stadium. Ten Miyagi weaving this way and that, and his route is blocked. Ebimbe. Well, the crowd making some noise again here. The game had gotten a little bit flat, but they approach that it's nearing, acknowledge that it's nearing its end, and trying to cheer them to the finish line. Very, very warm conditions. That was lazy tug of the shirt by Sarabia. That'll be a booking in a league game. Verratti, I'm sure, will be involved going forward. You can see him there watching on from the bench. The goals again then, Messi via a big deflection, but his goal, no question. And then Kalimwendo. But that was Messi's contribution. Kurumaya. Now Ten Miyagi. Oh, super ball through, flags up. Heartbreakingly for them, the flag is up. Yu Kobayashi made the run. I thought for a moment he was in. Over 300 appearances for Kawasaki Frontale. He would have been a really appropriate goal scorer in a big game like this, but no. Well, they're giving it away in a dangerous area. That's a top save from Rico. Renji Matsui yet to score for Kawasaki Frontale. What an opportunity this was, bursting through. I think this is going in the bottom corner. I think it's a really good attempt. For that touch on at the near post, they were appealing for a hand there, but the header works out for them this time. Kawasaki Frontale have the goal that they most certainly did. PSG cruising to the win. There was the appeal for a hand, and it was a very valid one. Supremely guided header. Kazuya Yamamura met it wonderfully well. Without a goal this season, but a really memorable one for him here, and he took it well too. They may yet get something from this game. He didn't finish it like someone who hasn't scored this season, did he? Twisted the head and just found that little bit of power. Excellent finish. So Pablo Sarabia to take the free kick as Paris Saint-Germain look to re-establish the 2-goal advantage. Has this game got a late twist in the tail? Double change, more young players getting first experiences. Kota Takai, the 17-year-old centre-half who previously played 32 minutes in the Asian Champions League, and Takatora Inaga played the Cup, the Emperor's Cup, but nowhere else. It's great to see them get the chance. Tachibanda making way. Even in these little pockets of 5 or 6 minutes, you find plenty out about young players. How does a 17-year-old cope with coming on and playing at centre-half against Mauro Icardi? There's Danilo. Kera. Danilo. Here's Bernat. Zaire Emery. Well, can they create a chance here? Can Kawasaki Frontale get themselves an opportunity to take a real badge of honour out of this game? And also throw the gauntlet down a bit to Urawa Reds and Gamba Osaka and say, well, This is what we did. Can you match or beat it? That's what this final 2.5 minutes is all about. Ball threaded in behind Danilo, holds up play. Referee had his whistle in his mouth but didn't blow. Good run from Yu Kobayashi. Danilo initiates the contact. I think he is fouled ultimately. Following up then was Enaga, the 19-year-old. They have a corner. Would have been a controversial goal if that had stood, but maybe Enaga could have done better. What can they make happen from the corner? It's going to result in an opportunity, but it's deflected away. Couple of half moments. That was Kozuko with the strike. Matsui. Again, they try and get a runner in behind, and they've been successful, but the angle was all wrong for Yu Kobayashi, the veteran striker.